I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me.
Whether you've come to know him as Iron Mike or Kid Dynamite, former heavyweight boxing champion of the world, Mike Tyson will forever be known by hardcore fans as the baddest man on the planet. It's a title that he's earned throughout his career as a spectacular knockout artist. In fact, in his prime, Tyson's name was synonymous with the word knockout. Opponents cowered at the mention of him, mentally and emotionally defeated before they even climbed into the ring.
For his pure brute strength and intimidation, most guys would get pretty much intimidated. They lost the fight before they even got hit. Most guys. I knew the art of skullduggery. These guys, I knew how to beat these guys psychologically before I even got in the ring with them.
The malicious glare Tyson stared his foes down with was both frightening and overwhelming. His eyes pierced through his opponents' souls, striking fear into their hearts from across the ring. It was an ominous sign of the distinct brand of violence Tyson would always dole out. Indeed, Tyson had his fair share of knockout performances throughout his prime. Out of 50 total career victories, 44 of Tyson's wins came inside the distance. He was a punching force that captivated the imagination of every fan sitting ringside watching his fights live. And whenever Tyson was in the ring, fans expected something special to happen. With his blazing speed and incredible knockout power, Tyson entertained boxing fans in the 80s and early 90s. Fortunately, we've picked out a handful of them for you to enjoy so you can relive all those highlights. Mike Tyson KO Buster Mathis Jr., December 1995. After Mike Tyson's release from prison in 1995, his return to boxing was highly anticipated, but fans and critics alike questioned whether he could regain his dominance. His first fight back, an unusual disqualification win against Peter McNeely, left many unconvinced about his form.
McNeely's corner, who stopped the fight, and that is it. Just like that, it's over.
Well, replay, if it starts, you'll see Tyson land. Look at that hammering shot right there. And then, the way he's punching, that right hand right there got him. And so he gets off balance.
Tyson needed another match to prove himself, and his second comeback bout was set against Buster Mathis Jr., an undefeated but relatively unknown fighter. This fight was seen as a crucial tune-up for Tyson to gauge whether he could make a serious run at reclaiming the heavyweight title. The lead-up to the fight was filled with complications. Originally scheduled for November 4, 1995, at the MGM Grand Arena, the bout faced multiple delays due to Tyson's broken thumb and issues with venue arrangements. After several changes, the fight finally took place on December 16, 1995, at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. In the ring, Mathis Jr. started strong, employing a defensive strategy of bobbing, weaving, and clinching to avoid Tyson's powerful punches. For the first 2 rounds, Mathis managed to frustrate Tyson by staying close and dodging many of his attacks.
There will be an evaluation.
But you know, in those punches of that Peter McNeely fight, he missed many times like he's done the first part of this round.
Strategy involved with Buster Mathis Jr. tonight. Be defensive, and again, Tyson continues to miss. And missing again, and missing again!
However, Tyson's patience and skill began to shine in the 3rd round. With about 40 seconds left in the round, Tyson unleashed 2 devastating right uppercuts that landed perfectly as Mathis ducked into them. The force of these punches sent Mathis crashing to the canvas, unable to rise before the referee's count of 10.
Pivot, swing around on your opponent's side, and then crash.
Oh, he got a right uppercut, another right uppercut, and down goes Mathis!
Mike Tyson KO Francois Botha, January 1999. Mike Tyson's fight against Francois Botha on January 16, 1999, was a thrilling event that showcased Tyson's explosive power. The bout took place after Tyson's infamous disqualification in the Evander Holyfield rematch, where he bit Holyfield's ear. Despite this controversy, Tyson was eager to prove he still dominated the heavyweight division. As Tyson entered the ring with his signature cold stare and black attire, the atmosphere was electric. Botha, known as the White Buffalo, appeared confident but uncertain. The early rounds saw Botha outboxing Tyson, landing clean punches and frustrating him with better movement. Tyson struggled to find his rhythm and was warned for rough tactics.
With that wild left hook.
He's coming forth because there's fire in Mike Tyson's eye. There's fire. This is a fight.
This is an alley fight. As Tyson would come out, Tyson slips in both his corner over the logo and would overwhelm Franz Botha. Looks fatigued already, exhausted.
either. Botha certainly not showing any intimidation. He's not scared of him.
And the crowd reacts.
And loves it. Well,
Botha's ahead right now. He's not winning the round.
However, Tyson remained dangerous. In the fifth round, just as Botha seemed to be gaining control, Tyson landed a devastating right hand that sent Botha crashing to the canvas. Botha tried to get up but couldn't beat the count, and the referee stopped the fight at 2:59 of round 5.
You can't get off 2 punches. I mean, that is a mark of a shot fighter when you can't get off punches.
This knockout victory reminded fans why Tyson was considered one of the most exciting fighters in history. Even when he appeared outmatched, he could end a fight in an instant with his sheer power. Mike Tyson KO Frank Bruno, February 1989. The lead-up to the fight between Mike Tyson and Frank Bruno on February 25, 1989, was chaotic and filled with delays. Originally scheduled for October 1988, the bout was postponed multiple times due to Tyson's personal issues, including a street fight, a car accident, and his divorce. These setbacks allowed anticipation for the fight to build, as fans eagerly awaited Tyson's defense of his WBA, WBC, IBF, and the ring heavyweight titles against Bruno, a popular British fighter hoping to bring the heavyweight championship back to England. When the fight finally took place at the Las Vegas Hilton, it was an intense and memorable contest. From the opening bell, Bruno surprised everyone by going on the offensive. He landed a strong combination that staggered Tyson in the first round, marking one of the few times Tyson appeared vulnerable in his career. Bruno's aggressive start energized the crowd, especially the thousands of British fans who had traveled to support him. Despite this early success, Bruno struggled to maintain momentum against Tyson's relentless pressure.
He looks like a guy who's just waiting for an avalanche, I guarantee you.
Oh, a left hook.
There was a nice right uppercut by Bruno. Crowd reacting a little.
Oh, a left hook by Mike Tyson. Flush on the face of Frank Bruno. Another left and a combination by...
As the rounds progressed, Tyson began to assert his dominance. He landed powerful punches that wore Bruno down and forced him into defensive clinches. By the fifth round, Tyson had found his rhythm and unleashed a brutal series of punches. With Bruno trapped against the ropes near Tyson's corner, Tyson landed 2 crushing uppercuts followed by a devastating left hook to Bruno's jaw. Referee Richard Steele stepped in with just 5 seconds left in the round to stop the fight, awarding Tyson a technical knockout victory.
Take a look at how Tyson took care of business. Ducked under, a shot under the arm in the legs, and from here on out, a rain of punches which buckled. He was helpless.
If you let
Mike Tyson KO Trevor Berbick, November 1985. On November 22, 1986, Mike Tyson faced Trevor Berbick in Las Vegas for the WBC heavyweight title, a fight that would cement Tyson's place in boxing history. At just 20 years old, Tyson was an undefeated sensation with a record of 27-0, known for his ferocious speed and power. Berbick, the defending champion, had won the title earlier that year, but entered the fight as a clear underdog against the younger and more aggressive Tyson. From the opening bell, Tyson dominated the fight. His relentless aggression and powerful punches overwhelmed Berbick, who tried to keep Tyson at bay by fighting from a distance. However, Tyson's ability to close the gap quickly and deliver explosive combinations left Berbick struggling to mount any meaningful offense.
Having a good first round. Wow, with the uppercut misses the left hook. Tyson will walk right through it. See this? Tyson walking right through. He's wild with the left hook. Another right hand cuts him. He can't take shots like this very long. Wow, with the right hand is Mike. Again, he's wild.
By the end of the first round, Tyson had already landed several heavy shots that visibly shook Berbick. The second round was where Tyson's brilliance truly shone. Early in the round, Tyson landed a monster right hook that sent Berbick crashing to the canvas for the first time. Although Berbick managed to get back on his feet, he was clearly hurt and unable to recover. Moments later, Tyson delivered a devastating left hook to Berbick's temple that ended the fight in dramatic fashion. The punch caused Berbick to collapse and stumble repeatedly as he tried to stand, falling 3 times before the referee stopped the bout at 2:35 of the second round. Mike Tyson KO Larry Holmes, January 1988. Mike Tyson's fight against Larry Holmes on January 22, 1988, was a powerful display of Tyson's dominance and a moment of personal redemption. Holmes, a former heavyweight champion and boxing legend, had come out of retirement for the match, motivated by the promise of a big payday. However, he was 38 years old and far past his prime, facing a young Tyson at the peak of his career. The fight was held at the Convention Center in Atlantic City, with Tyson defending his WBA, WBC, and IBF heavyweight titles. For Tyson, this fight was deeply personal. Years earlier, Holmes had defeated Muhammad Ali in a brutal match that left Ali battered and humiliated. Tyson idolized Ali as a child and promised him he would avenge that loss someday. This promise fueled Tyson's intensity as he stepped into the ring against Holmes. From the start, it was clear that Holmes struggled to keep up with the younger, faster, and more aggressive Tyson. Holmes tried to use his experience and long reach to keep Tyson at bay, relying on jabs and clinches to slow him down. In the first 3 rounds, Holmes managed to frustrate Tyson with defensive tactics and occasional counters. At times, Holmes even showed flashes of his old self by dancing around the ring and landing quick jabs, drawing cheers from the crowd. However, Tyson's relentless pressure began to wear Holmes down. In the 4th round, Tyson unleashed his full power. After landing several heavy punches, Tyson cornered Holmes against the ropes and delivered a devastating right hook that sent him crashing to the canvas for the first knockdown. Although Holmes got back up, Tyson quickly overwhelmed him with another furious combination of punches, leading to a second knockdown. Holmes rose again but was visibly dazed and off balance. With just seconds left in the round, Tyson delivered one final thunderous right hand that dropped Holmes for the 3rd time. Referee Joe Cortez immediately stopped the fight at 2:55 of round 4, awarding Tyson a technical knockout victory. This marked the first and only time in Holmes' storied career that he was knocked out.